Good afternoon, and welcome to another wonderful motivational Monday. My name is Deacon Irons here on Faith Ministries. We're led by Minister Lee Rodman, and of course, our fantastic First Lady, Minister Lakeisha Rodman. Topic for this Motivation Monday is hope that anchors the soul. And I think this is a good topic for this week, just to remind us of the hope that we all have inside. Now, Hebrews 6:19 states, "We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure." Now, life is full of unpredictability, right? Pressures at work, uncertainty in leadership, personal struggles, right? And of course, prayers that we may feel is unanswered, right? A storm doesn't ask for permissions when they come. So, like when a hurricane is coming, it doesn't ask for permission to come first, right? Or where it's going to strike. So the question isn't if we'll face turbulent times or situations, but what holds us steady when we do actually face those turbulent times and go through those struggles, right? So, like John 16:33. I'm sorry. Uh, says, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." And of course, we know that's Jesus overcame the world. So, biblical hope is not wishful thinking, it's what we're supposed to do. The world define hope as a wish, like I wish, or I'm optimistic about something. But Bible hope is confidence rooted in God's character, not circumstances, right? So again, a hurricane doesn't ask for permission or just wait till God responds. It just does, right? So hope isn't pretending things are fine. It's really trusting God, even when they're not. So when we are going through those turbulent times or turbulence or situations, right, we must still have confidence in God or have that hope that God is really still there with us and will lead us through. Just like in Romans 8:24-25. For this hope we are saved. If we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Now, I always say, I'm someone, I don't have a lot of patience, right? But hope is forward thinking faith, not denial of present reality. So again, I hope things will be better in the future. I hope, let's say my children grow up to be wonderful adults, right? That's looking in the future and having the faith that something will happen, or in this case, that they will grow up to be lawyers, doctors, something, whatever they choose to be, but be good at it, right? That's what we hope as parents. So that's the same thing with God. As parents, we just can't have our children be born and then just go be a doctor. We have to wait patiently. We have to guide them. We have to lift them up. We have to do certain things. So the hope that anchors the soul is not the situation. So whatever situation or circumstances you may be in right now, you can overcome it, right? An anchor doesn't remove the storm; it prevents the drifting. So think of the boat, right? When it's anchored in the water in the storm, that hurricane is going through. Even though we say not to, put your boats in the water, but we know there are people that leave it in the water, and it stirs up. They have their anchors down, and the boat is tied up, so that way it's not those drifting all over the place. So God hope stabilizes our inner life, even when external things feel chaotic. I know we go to work outside and traffic and stuff, just the stress of life is hitting us, right? As they call it in today's day, the adulting, right? We're adulting right now when everything is coming up at us, our bills, there's pressure at work. We have to deliver. We have to do certain things. We have to pay our rent, our taxes, all this other stuff, right? Just coming at us chaotically. But we have to be anchored. And without an anchor, we drift emotionally, spiritually, and of course, ethically, right? So Hebrews 6:18-19. God promises are an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. Isaiah 26:3. You will keep in perfect peace those minds that are steadfast because they trust in you. When the mind is anchored in God's promises, the heart doesn't panic as easily. So it all starts with our mind and just the way we're thinking. And just knowing that God is going to help us through. And that's what we have to do. So hope is grounded in God's faithfulness. So I hope hope is only as strong as the one it rests with, right? So if your hope is not really strong, it's going to break easily. You're easily going to be deterred, or you're easily going to get frustrated. Your patience, you're just going to run out of patience. And for some people, we don't have patience anyway, right? But without that hope, you're going to fall apart, right? So our hope isn't the outcome, promotions, or the health, or the plans. It's in a faithful God. So we can't hold out the hope that we're going to win the lottery one day, right? As many people do. But hope in God and the faithfulness, and have our hope steadfastly in God. So God tracks record. So our has as some people say, the God's track record matters. So how we are applying the things in our life, and having that faith in Christ, and depending on Him and leaning on Him really does matter. Okay. So hope sustains us in waiting. So we have to be patient. Waiting is one of the hardest spiritual disciplines. It really is. Um, like a crying baby when they want their bottle, they don't want to wait for it. They don't just sit there and look at you like, okay, I know, my parents are going to feed me. They're going to start crying and making a lot of noise, right? Because that's what they want. We can't do that, and we're not supposed to do that. We have to sit and be patient and wait on Christ. Wait for that meaning, right? Hope doesn't eliminate waiting. It gives our waiting a meaning. So, uh, even this weekend, you might have heard, God is an on time God. You're right. He's an on time God for His time, but not my time, right? So God often works in us before He works for us. So a lot of things we have to do internally, and waiting on Christ. We have to wait for Him to help us through. So Psalms 130, verse 5. I wait for the Lord, and in His word I put my hope. Again, I'm only going to put my trust and faith and confidence in the word of the God, word of the Lord, and hope is going to be in Him, not in man. Because man will say, I hope so to happen, and put faith in certain things that man can do. But we all know sometimes we come across those individuals, right? Isaiah 40:31. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. And you know, sometimes it's just calling on the name of the Lord and just saying, God, be with me. Bring me through these situations. Help me to make it through these chaotic times and the challenges that I face. And the things that come my way, the storms that come my way. So I challenge you this week, right? And for you to challenge yourself and be prayer focused. I can't get my words out. And be prayer focused, right? So ask yourself this week, what am I anchoring my hope to right now? Is it, riches? Is it, a new car, a new house, maybe a new promotion? What are you anchoring your hope into right now? Is it strong enough to hold me through the storm? Again, you might build a house, but a hurricane could come and knock it down. You might get rich, but overnight you can also be broke. So is it strong enough to hold you through a storm? Re-anchor your soul in God's promises today. So that is what I'm challenging you all for this week. And I'm going to leave you with Proverbs 13:12. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Again, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. So when the storm rises, and whatever storm you may be going through, emotional, spiritual, ethical, and of course, they will, may your hope remain firm, secure, and anchored in Christ. So that is what I have for you for Motivational Monday this week. And I challenge you all, and I pray that you all are putting your hope and anchoring it in Christ for this week and forevermore. So with that being said, my name is Deacon Irons, always here at Unfeigned Faith Ministries. We're never like to leave you nor depart your sight without always reminding you and encouraging you. Anchor your hope in Christ so it can be firm and strong when the storm comes. That until next time, hold on to your faith. And I want y'all to have a blessed, fantastic, and a safe week.